Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. Connar!
What?
Welcome back to Shenanigans.
Neal, I was raiding the fridge.
So, before we get to what's in these carts and what do the gnomes say and how long does it take you to remove a gnome's hand from its arm,
I want to... Probably not long.
Probably not long. I don't know. I've never tried to do any of these things before.
Fair enough. Glad.
Maybe there's somebody in chat who works for like an animal butcher. I guess that's just called a butcher. Maybe you know how long it takes to cut through animal bone with a bone saw? I don't know. Anyone work in a slaughterhouse?
Slaughterhouse 5.
Because that's your demographic?
Just question that just ask somebody, do you work in a slaughterhouse?
I mean, it's not my demographic. I don't seek out slaughterhouse to play for, but I'll gladly accept slaughterhousers in my channel.
Your tone made it sound like something forbidden.
Perhaps. Anyway, let's go figure out about these people hiding in the woods. What the hell are you guys doing? What's going on? What are you feeling?
There's freaking gnomes out there. I ain't sticking around. I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if they're still there. And if they aren't, it's all good. And if they are, I'm probably gonna run back out in the woods.
Well, the gnomes are still there. One of them is dead, one of them's asleep, and one of them is lying on the ground with his hands spread as he gets more orders from the Minotaur.
So
I start, kicking him a little bit, and I say, "Stop resisting."
Oh God!
The gnome is clearly not resisting, but you continue to kick him around anyway.
Okay.
What? I say, don't squish him, Zunkin.
Oh, sorry.
Grafir takes his water skin, pours some water in the unconscious gnome's face and slaps him a bit.
He is magically asleep for another 4 minutes. You cannot wake him. No, it's color spray, not sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's out.
I guess it's unconscious, not asleep. Yeah, but you splash him and slap him around, and I'm just like,
I just hold him then, and I go over to the gnome on the ground. He squats down. We didn't want to fight with you. I would have just explained, but you had to draw weapons. I know this looks a bit suspicious, but I'm sorry about your friend. We tried to help him from bleeding out.
My husband! Oh, God!
I know this is a bit harrowing about the hands thing, but I can't stop her, so...
Oh, God, I didn't even know there was a hands thing! What are you doing?
Don't look.
She just looks over, and his hands are gone.
Down.
Yeah, well, they're both men. Looks over, sees the missing hands, and the gnome's eyes just begin to the water welling up is just flowing. Oh God, he's dead!
Do you need a handkerchief?
I'm afraid your Minotaur is gonna gore me if I move. Oh God, he's dead!
You can step back. What was your name? Zunkin?
No, my name is Artys.
No, I meant the Minotaur.
Oh.
Zunkin, was it? I think he is not in any danger anymore.
All right, I'll be ready to charge if he starts running.
And he just hands the gnome a handkerchief.
The gnome sits up, blows his nose on it, and dries his eyes in that order. Meanwhile, we didn't actually figure out what was happening with Morgan in the woods. What are you doing in the woods, Morgan?
Morgan is curled up in a fetal position, peeking out, trying to make sure no one's chasing after him.
Nobody's chasing after you. It's very quickly apparent that you are alone in the woods.
Okay. He's sobered up pretty quickly from this. Oh man. He tries to creep a little closer and see what's happening.
Well, you see Doreen sawing the hands off of a gnome. You see another gnome blotting his eyes with a handkerchief. You see Zunkin head down, ready to charge. You see Kyla retrieving knives from various gnomes, maybe?
No, I was checking the cart. I was looking
Checking
at what
the
they're...
cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyla's going through boxes. Torque is nowhere to be found. And Gwyneth Paltrow is trying to comfort the poor gnome.
And also holding the other gnome like in one hand.
Yeah.
That's good. So,
All right, so I see Doreen sawing off the hands, and I'm just like freaking out.
Good talk.
is he like a lawful guy?
Lawful scaredy chicken.
Lawful chicken.
So you're just like freaking out. You're just like, oh my god,
Yeah,
oh my god, oh my
I
god.
like start slowly backing further into the woods.
I mean, you already knew that she had a bunch of hands on her. I'm not sure what you were expecting here.
Yeah, a whole bunch of fucking hands.
Probably hand puns.
I mean, maybe they were fake. Maybe it's part of a costume. Like maybe you're going to a weird masquerade ball. It's different to see one person with hands on them and then to see them like sawing off hands that are still dripping with blood.
Do I run into Torque or something?
You probably definitely see Torque like sneaking back. He sees the gnomes and then just like freezes and then bolts off again.
I believe the two of you are running away together.
All right, I'll run away with Torque. Torque seems to be like maybe the only one that I can trust who's not a psycho.
The gnomes are still there.
Do we hear
They tried to
screams in
kill
the
us.
forest like no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I think we hear
They're
them.
trying to kill us.
Like, did you see that?
I did. Did you see the unnatural way they did? It wasn't right. They just crossbows it. And probably like
I love that they're both talking about completely different things.
Like, oh my god, but they're gonna kill us.
I know. Everywhere.
They're insane.
They are.
What are we gonna do? What have we got ourselves into?
We just gotta wait a bit.
What do you mean? You think they'll go away?
Yeah, I think after one of the elves is done, they'll be on their way.
What if they come looking for us?
Just like freeze at that. I hadn't considered that. I'm running away.
Do you think they can track us? Do you think that we're next?
No. I think we're safe.
How did we these bandits?
No.
But highway killers.
Minotaur, where did the other two go?
I don't know, but I think I hear like screaming coming from the forest. Maybe they're about to get eaten by wild gnomes or something. I don't know. Should we go after them or something?
What do I find in the cart?
Hands.
There are no hands in the cart.
Well, it's not a
is-
halfling feet. It's people feet.
It is a bunch of gears. All the boxes are various sizes of gears made out of different materials. There's some made out of like granite, there's some made out of marble, there's some made out of wood, there's some made out of fabric, there's some made out of, bone. There's some made out of limestone. It's a mix of various like gears in different sizes, with different number of teeth and different shapes. There's also some other tools like some hammers, just a bunch of like crappy gnome things. And then you open one box and it's filled with black licorice.
I think I found it.
You found it? No? Is that one of your wares? And he points at the
I just hold up some of the
licorice.
black licorice.
Ugh.
Is this yours, gnome?
What? What is that?
That is why we are actually here. You see that little bump you had? You accidentally exchanged some wares with that merchant.
Well, Christ, why didn't you say so? Why'd you have to kill Arty?
I tried to, but you drew crossbows. I was about to tell you that, but you drew crossbows.
Jesus, that could have been your opening line. Hey, I think you mistook. I think you exchanged wares accidentally. We're looking for some black licorice.
That is what I said. I asked you if you maybe...
No, for the love of God, you could have just said we're looking for gnomes who accidentally switched wares with someone. That could have been your first thing. Oh, God, Arty. Dead over misunderstanding. And with no hands in the afterlife, how is he supposed to build anything for the rest of eternity?
By the way, Neal, I specifically take off the assumed ring since he's married and just like leave it on his chest. I just take the hands, not the ring.
Okay.
I'll consider it.
That's very nice of you. Considering the circumstances, yeah.
Yeah, relatively.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Kyler, is there anything else? Only that one box?
Yeah, I searched them all, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just the one. You okay there?
Sorry. Talk to them. I am sorry about this.
Do I know how much this stuff is worth?
The gears?
No, the licorice.
Black licorice? Do you have an appraisal proficiency?
Yeah.
Appraise the licorice.
To the right person, a lot to others, nothing.
25, I think.
To the others who couldn't pay me.
The others who don't like licorice?
I'm just curious.
No, I like licorice. I hate black licorice.
Yeah, black licorice is gross.
Yeah. Why'd you do this, Neal?
It's what I do.
Elves are gross.
Yeah, basically I'm just trying to determine whether it's worth like a lot, and this is probably the elves thing then, like, yeah.
Give me just one moment over here.
To be honest, we could have also asked the merchant about what his merchandise was.
Yeah, you could have asked what was missing. That would have been...
Yeah.
I think
I was drunk.
Doreen was with Puppy.
All this influence is somewhat...
Everything was taking place in a different language.
Yes.
That's also true.
Yeah.
So the licorice is... I mean, there's a lot of it. So because of the sheer volume, it's got some value. But at the same time, it's like black licorice, which nobody actually likes. And without the modern preservatives, it's got like a pretty short shelf life.
Can be very valuable to old people.
Yes.
Yeah, but licorice has like a bunch, like a whole lot of sugar or something, doesn't it? Or
Sure, it's a sweet. Well, maybe not black licorice. What's the... Does anyone have the grams of sugar in a black licorice stick?
Are we back to grams of sugar?
like
We're back.
I mean like real licorice.
Here we are. Once.
Hold on, let me look up black licorice nutrition. We'll figure this stuff out together, chat.
Health effects.
Okay. Carbs.
It's actually really...
It doesn't say. No, glucose is sugar. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at them hiding it. Net carbs, fiber, glucose, instead of saying sugar, trying to hide it up from people. Clever little bastards. There are 19 grams of sugar in 45 grams of licorice.
Why 45?
Because that is the serving size of 11 pieces. If you have 11 pieces of licorice, that's about,
I think that's like the lifetime serving size, provided there's like 11 times that you forget what it tastes like and accidentally.
Maybe these are like smaller pieces of licorice then, rather than large. I don't know how. It just says, okay, so anyway, licorice is 42% sugar by weight.
Yeah, that's what I was, yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently probably why it like was considered a thing.
But apparently it increases your sodium absorption and is deadly if you eat it too much.
Really?
So
It
are
was,
old
it was
people like
considered like a breath freshener.
Like real licorice though, not the crap you get like in like stores and stuff that they make like partly out of it.
What's real licorice then?
The black licorice. Yeah, real black licorice. I guess it's like more pure. Like, yeah, it doesn't contain. Oh, it's not even from the licorice plant. Wow.
It's
I mean, the
from
plant. That
anise, right?
Yeah. Okay, so that's the stuff you would normally get. Is they add anise to the candy, but if you get like the real licorice. Yeah, the real licorice made from the plant, it's dangerous.
So that's why they don't make it from the plant, is because it's dangerous? I'm confused now.
Yeah, because it... Yeah, exactly, yeah. You can get it, like, you can get real black licorice candy, but you can't eat it that often.
I didn't realize that licorice was a separate plant. I just thought all licorice came from anise.
No, there's a licorice plant.
My God, the things you learn. Licorice plant is native to Europe and parts of Asia, such as India. It is not botanically related to anise, star anise, or fennel, which are sources for similar flavoring components. My God.
Yeah.
According to this, a person should not eat more than 70 to 150 grams of licorice per day.
But if you eat it like often, like it'll like build up still if you eat it like every week or whatever.
Also, you should not eat it during pregnancy.
Well, yeah.
I feel like there are a lot of things you shouldn't do during pregnancy. Don't drink alcohol, don't smoke, don't eat licorice. You probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't eat any sandwiches. No lettuce either, and that's what it feels like.
Sawing their hands off is also a bit of a gray area during pregnancy. You know.
The major use of licorice goes to the tobacco industry at roughly 90% of the usage.
It's yeah.
Learning.
the more you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway,
I think we need like an interlude with the more you know for at some point.
No, Bastian, we'd get copyright infringement on that because that's a trademark slogan. We'd be taken down.
Every time now I do something like this, you will fault me for it, right?
I will fault you for everything.
Like, now you can put a command Bastian blame. Because of me, we can't have nice things.
Yeah. It's because of you. Anyway, let's continue with our campaign. If we can call this a campaign.
Can we even call this a story?
It's just really a series of misunderstandings that end up with people hiding in forests and cutting off hands. It's
You're
great.
saying it's just some stuff that happened.
Would you say it's a series of unfortunate events?
No, because
I'd say it's a series of extremely bad misunderstandings.
Yeah. I would say about half of Shenanigans episodes hinge on someone misunderstanding another person and then just terrible things happening as a result of it. Much like the real world.
Yeah.
Person not in a sentence or not asking one sentence of question.
Little bits of information that are just missing that make the whole difference. It's actually become such a cliche that now the party actually depends on the misunderstanding to get things done. Yep. Anyway, let's continue the campaign if we can. What's going on?
I look at
I close up the box and I look at Zunkin and I'm like, can you help me with this?
Yeah.
It's like a big box or...
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe a foot long by 6 inches high by 6 inches deep.
Oh, I can probably pick that up though.
Yeah, you can totally carry it yourself, but it's, a lot of licorice.
Okay, I'll just pick it up then.
It's the equivalent amount of licorice that you'd have in those big, cylindrical tubs of red licorice. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Americans know what I'm talking about. I don't know if you have that stuff in Europe where you don't
not a
have
lot of
ridiculous
licorice,
portion sizes.
No.
I mean, it's enough licorice that you put it out at a social event or something, and
have 75% of it after the event.
And then it just kind of stays there, and you slowly eat it over the course of the next 2 years, and you keep saying, is this licorice still good? Tastes a little funny. Oh, well, let's have one more.
No,
That's probably normal flavor.
I hate licorice.
No, it's more like, it's not that good. And then you
I wonder
finish
if I
it.
could turn it into a straw for my soda.
Oh, yep, there you go.
Yeah, let's try it. That's not very good. I'm just going to keep doing it and eating my straw. Yeah, exactly.
So
That's pretty much exactly how it was when I used to have a tub of licorice in my classroom.
Yeah.
And I would just
See-
eat it to taunt the kids, but it got to the point where I really didn't even like eating it. Like, the only reason to eat it was to taunt the students.
Yeah.
oh god.
See, meanwhile, I like licorice and I overeat way too much if there's like something that's like not like a
Yeah.
part of my rationed food for 2 weeks.
Yeah, my friend is like that too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
for those of you, I don't know if you have these big oversized tubs of licorice in all parts of the world, but they come in 4-pound jars or tubs. That's what, like
Just
1.5
vodka.
kilos?
Not
It's about 2 kilos.
Maybe not licorice. I've seen something like that before with licorice, but mostly it's either not gummy bears, but the same kind of stuff we have in like big boxes at some stores. And there are actually designated stores for like gummy bears and all that stuff.
Oh, hey, look, it's 1.814 kilos. It's right there on the label. Anyway, it's a lot of licorice is the point.
Okay, I just
All right.
take this tub and I'll just hold on to it.
Actually, it's probably twice that amount or 3 times that amount. The point is, it's a lot of licorice. You have it. It's tucked away in tow. You got a dead gnome, an unconscious gnome, and a living gnome. What are you gonna do with your hostages?
So
Maybe it's better if we just take the whole thing and go back to town and make sure that all the wares are exchanged back properly again.
No, we got it. This is it. Just
Yeah,
this-
but that means they have a box of these guys' gears.
no, look at this. Are you missing only one box of gears?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we should head back first with them.
We should. Yes.
Kyla,
This is all a giant misunderstanding, and it costs an unfortunate life.
Yeah.
And I think, at some point the other gnome wakes up, right? It's only a few minutes that he's
Yeah.
unconscious. And I think we explained to him the whole ordeal too.
Okay. The gnome understands, is still horribly mortified over the death of Arty, his husband, and looks over to the other gnome who's slowly waking up. Dude, the container is not... that's not a half-pound container. It's like thin plastic. There's no way that tub weighs half a pound. For those of you that are watching this on
Half a pound
YouTube,
isn't a
I'm talking
lot,
about Twitch
Neal.
chat. Still,
Like,
half a pound?
8 ounces.
Dude,
8
those-
ounces.
Those tubs...
8 ounces.
So you're saying that the container is a seventh of the weight of the licorice that it contains? That's not possible.
You don't include the weight of the container anyways. You don't like.
There you do.
I'm selling you a pound of gold. Oh, by the way, this is a lead container weighing.
Exactly. And
No, but
the
that's what
container
net
does
weight
say at the
means.
bottom, maybe, but the container doesn't weigh half a pound, dude. That's ridiculous.
I don't think it does.
That's absolutely ridiculous. This is clearly just... I don't even understand. I'm lost.
It's shenanigans.
It's kosher certified twists size 3.5 pound jar, and clearly over here it says a 4-pound jar. Something is messed up. You should never buy your licorice from express.google.com. All right, I'm sorry for the tangent. I just had to.
No, you're right. That does not include the weight of the packaging.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I've been operating off of wrong knowledge.
That's okay. I appreciate that you understand and admit. This one only has 16 grams of sugar in it, though.
Anyway,
then again, the serving size is only 4 twists instead of 11 twists. So
My God. Anyway.
all right, we definitely need to move on. I'm sorry.
You're not going to finish this one, right?
Where are we? What are we?
This is gonna be great on the YouTube VODs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, sorry. So you have explained to the gnome what's going on. You're gonna head back with the gnome to Berkshire to exchange the goods. You've got the hands. The sleeping gnome is waking up. Are we headed back?
Yeah.
the dead gnome is still dead.
What are you doing with the body?
Yeah, that is what I'm going to wait for until the unconscious gnome has woken up. I'm going to explain to him the situation. So it was all a big misunderstanding. We did some mistakes on our part. Yes, we should have probably led with that sentence.
You guys drew weapons.
You drew on us first before I could explain more. Yeah, you know the whole idea. So we better get back to Berkshire because that merchant obviously has a crate of wares. And you probably want those back. What shall we do with him? Do you want to bury him in the forest, or do you want to take him?
Well, of course we have to take him back town. It's evidence for the sheriff.
Evidence of what?
Of murder, highway robbery.
You drew weapons on us.
That's fine. You'll have your day in court, but we need the body for evidence.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, well, this is not gonna work then.
We don't want to make this any more trouble as it already is.
It's already murder. It's no more trouble to take the body back. There's even a cart here to carry it in.
It was self-defense in our...
Well, then I'm sure you'll be innocent and it won't be a problem. You wouldn't hide evidence from the judicial system, would you?
Yeah, the process can take months sometimes, so,
Yeah, you wouldn't hide it, would you, gnomes?
Mm-hmm.
It looks over to the...
Where's the voice?
That's me as a player saying that.
Okay.
Orc's still cowering in the woods. I'm just justifying his fear.
Okay.
I will not ignore the judicial system of this land, so unless the rest of you has anything to say against this.
No. Well, we should just get back. I'm sure that we're all innocent when it comes to what happened here, so it shouldn't be a problem. But what about the 2 others? You should find them.
Yeah, half of your party, or a third of your party is missing. They've went off into the woods and never showed up again.
No, you can still hear me.
I shout out into the forest. Hey guys, hello. Everything's fine back here. You can come back.
You probably see Torque off in the distance, getting closer, and then he sees the gnomes are still there, and just no, it's not, and runs back.
Yes, he seems to have a problem with gnomes for some reason.
All right, I pulled Torque. Get down, they're gonna see you.
We can see you.
They're too short to see me. They're too short to see me. They're too short to see me.
Did you hear that? He was acting like it was okay, but he was planning to take us out here and kill us the whole time. It wasn't okay.
Why don't... Oh my god. Why don't you guys go ahead? I'll bring them or something.
Well, steps over to Doreen. My dear, could you can do healing magic, right?
Yes.
Could you please summon me? That
Sure.
took a lot on. Just leave those hands up.
Okay. So what exactly is...
Can you get us back to town? Can you find the way?
How many?
Man, you can find the way. I can
road.
hook you up with as many bones as you want.
How much
I'm
damage did you
attempting-
take?
I'm attempting to rendezvous with those two when the gnomes aren't around me. Like I'm gonna, like hang back or something. Like
We just stay in the woods and follow the road the way we came.
All right, man, we're gonna get through this, man.
We got this.
As we start heading back the way we
And I
came.
like reach in and I like grab my bag of treats and I hold it up for him.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Like I said, all the bones you want. All the bones you want when we get back to town.
I just like take a treat myself, eat it, like give him a treat. Got this.
Yeah, I'll have a treat.
Yeah.
So, do they notice that we're heading back the way we came?
Oh, probably not.
Okay, so the party goes back. Kyla's waiting around for the other two to show up, but the other two aren't heading back to the road. They're heading back to town. So it's like
We're heading back to town. We're like off the road, but we're going the same way. It's just
Right,
we're too
so-
scared to realize that.
so those with the carts and chariots are going to get to town first, followed by those
how
that are
fast is that
walking through
cart
the
moving?
woods. I mean, they're on a road and you're walking through the untamed wilds. They're faster than you.
I mean, Morgan, what's your move speed?
It's actually 15.
Oh, same here.
Oh,
It goes well with the cowardice disadvantage.
It goes well with being
but-
kind of big.
But then again, if they don't see the road,
No, we're
They
like
might
only a
get-
couple.
it'll be
do we
fine.
see? Oh yeah.
It'll be
Like-
fine. I think we're just gonna say everyone slowly gets back to Shenanigans, to Berkshire. It's too complicated to figure out the specifics in the order, so we're just gonna say you all arrive back roughly at the same time.
can I
Ooh, DM magic.
can I sneak away while they all show up?
Absolutely. Where are you going?
She's probably following freaking Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, well, okay, because they show up like if I don't see them, I'll. Oh God, I don't know. Because I just ended up following the cart. I think since I didn't see them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I guess I'll just. I'll go to Shenanigans because I think that's where they're gonna go.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna find us? Do you think they're gonna? Do you think they're gonna keep coming after us?
No, I think we'll be fine.
I don't know, man.
I know this is a great place in
Not
town.
too much. They
We'll be safe there.
probably don't want any witnesses.
Well, don't worry, we'll be safe. We'll be safe there. They've got really good food too.
I have a room at Shenanigans, right?
Oh man,
Sure,
I should have
yeah.
just gone to the reunion.
I can get one.
I just gone to the
reunion?
reunion. None of this would have happened.
All right, I'm gonna disguise myself.
As?
Just like,
A gnome.
no. I don't think I can do that. Not that short. I mean, just as like a, oh God, I don't know. I just want to make myself look a little different, maybe more.
Sure. So there's like
Yeah,
three reasons to disguise yourself, right? One to be not yourself, one to be somebody specific, or one to be like a general concept of thing. So if you're just trying to make yourself not look like Kyla, that's a really easy thing to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like change my clothes, not have my knives showing, maybe like put a hat on or something, like, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Easy peasy.
And then I'm gonna wait for them.
All right, the party all gets back, and everyone sort of meets up at the tavern. Kyla in disguise, everybody else not in disguise. The haughty elf and the two minotaurs are still there, sitting at a table. Actually, the haughty elf is sitting at the table while the two bodyguards stand behind her. It's an androgynous thing. You can't even tell what the
and I'm
sex of
actually
the elf
gonna-
is.
And I'm actually gonna be sitting in a different spot and just like sit there and see if they even notice me. I'm just gonna watch.
Whoa, hold on, Kyla.
Blasphemy.
What the hell? Where are you sitting?
Oh my God, that's zoomed in like crazy. You know what I mean? zoom out here.
So,
He's in some dark corner, stridering.
Well, no, because you guys have the dark corner.
Isn't it obvious? This is the bar, right, Neal?
Yeah, that's the bar. Yeah.
There you go. That's where she's sitting. On
Maybe.
the bar.
On the bar.
Somehow, I don't think Kyla's the sitting on the bar type of person.
That's fair. That's fair.
No.
Maybe when she's disguised, though. Maybe that's how Kyla. No.
Yeah. Anyways, I will sit I will sit at the bar, in the kind of at the corner over here, so that I'm facing this way. So when they walk in, I'm side view,
Sure.
Yeah.
The elf and minotaur are back over here, like this, with the elf back to the wall facing the front door. The minotaurs on either side.
question, Neal.
Yeah.
How many elves are in Shenanigans?
Well, there's a Kyla. There's this elf. There's a Gwyneth. And 3 more. There's a party of elves over by the fireplace. They are right here. Yeah, there's 3 elf.
So should I roll anything for noticing Kyla? Because she is basically singled out an elf.
I do have a hat on, but yeah, I guess I still look like an elf.
I mean, Kyla, give me a disguise check. Do you have a roll for that?
Yeah, it's a charisma check, I think.
Sure, just make your disguise check. This is using the default 2e thief, right?
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Okay. It's not a fancy redone thief. 24. Yeah, so you don't recognize Kyla when you walk on in.
Oh, I don't know, Neal. I've got
those of you that have a good sense of smell might recognize Kyla if you get close enough to her to sniff her, but everyone else walking in just sees.
Okay.
There are a lot of smells in this building.
There are a lot of smells.
There are many smells, yes, and there are no. Yeah.
Well, that depends. Where are the gnomes sitting? Are they even here?
The gnomes are. I guess you arrive and see the cart pulled up out front, and when you get to the doorway, you see Doreen, Gwyneth, Zunkin doing what? Approaching the elf at the table?
Probably, that's really...
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you see. You see them approaching the elf at the table with the gnomes beside them. And you also see a gnome body in the cart out front.
With no hands.
So I probably do whatever my equivalent is of the cross as we pass by the gnome body. 'Cause that's even, it's worse than a gnome, a dead gnome that might just be tricking you and it's not actually dead.
I might actually hide his hands.
That's exactly the reason to cut off people's hands. They could become liches.
Not without hands, they can't. Hard to cast spells without somatic components.
Yeah.
Well, they learn to use their feet.
So they're pretty close to the door, right?
Yes. No, they're the exact opposite. They're as far from the door as you can
it's
be,
far
almost.
from the door. I thought this was the door for some reason.
That is the back door.
It's the back door. Okay.
Yeah, this is the front door.
Excellent. Okay, Morgan. Maybe we can sit at the bar or something, or somewhere else. Maybe they won't notice us.
All right. So Morgan is just completely freaked out when he sees that the other party members are in Shenanigans, and slowly backs over to Desmond.
No. Desmond's a good guy. He's got us. He's got our back.
Yeah, I back over to Desmond and I yank on his sleeve and go, bartender.
How was the barrel of ale? 2 barrels of ale.
Oh yeah, you should get some more of that.
I gotta tell you,
there are gnomes out there.
There's murderers
Gnomes over there.
There's gnomes and murderers in here too.
There's murderers. You gotta call the cops.
All right. Glibglob, go get Mr. Muscle. All right. And Glibglob hurries off down the street.
Oh, Glibglob, can you also get me some food too? Oh, sweet. Thank you, Glub Glub. You're the best. Give him a treat.
And Glub Glub takes your treat and runs out into the town. Meanwhile, the other part of the party is going to talk to the elf.
So, we're back with the gnomes in tow.
Oh, wonderful. You've done your work. Did you find the missing supplies?
What exactly was it? Just asking.
It was a box of supplies that a buyer had specifically purchased. I cannot afford to not deliver it.
Well,
And
maybe,
what exactly I'm sorry, my friend. What exactly is in the box? I just have to make sure to ask before handing it over so we know exactly that we are not making a mistake. Because we already made one in some form. But
The elf judges you. It was a box of sweets.
We have licorice, right?
Yes.
And I assume you have a box of gears.
Yes. A box of gears made from woven branches. Why anyone would make wicker gears, I can't imagine, but...
Well, we'll have to ask these gentlemen here, but I think an exchange is in order.
The goods are exchanged. You are handed your 120 pieces of gold.
I mean,
And,
so where is everybody? We have...
let's
Wait,
see.
are Talk and Morgan in the bar still?
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
Torque
we're
and
at the-
Morgan.
We're at the table.
I walk over to them.
The gnomes are still here.
Don't worry, they probably will leave soon. Here's your share of the reward. Hand him 20 gold.
I like
20
shakily pocket it.
I don't hand 20 gold to him. I don't know what your problem is, you poor soul, but you probably should see someone. Hand him 20 gold. I hand 20 gold, of course, to Doreen and Sunken.
As you start handing out this gold, the elf reapproaches your party and says, "You did not do terribly."
Thank you.
Would you be interested in another small job? It needs to be done quickly. No danger involved.
Yeah, if it's the same pay, we'll do it, I guess.
No. I need someone to help me since we are now an hour. Well, an hour late. I need help setting up a party.
Just a moment. I go over to the gnomes. It is not much, but a little as as an repents. And I hand him 30 gold, 20 from my chair and 10 from my personal.
Oh, to who?
To the gnomes.
Oh. They look at it. They accept it. Maybe.
Gold cannot apologize for what happened, but it might help a little bit later. Now, there's only one person missing. And he kind of looks around.
Kyle is nowhere to be found. She kind of just fucked off.
Well, I hold on to it until I see her.
Now, if you're all done, that other deal.
Huh.
Are you ready?
You need us to set up a party.
Yes. There is a party that I've been hired to cater, which is why I've been bringing all of these supplies all the way into town. And I need people to help set it up, since we're now an hour late to the setup. I was going to do it by myself, but I could use a few more hands.
Yeah, we can help, I guess. But there aren't any gnomes involved, right, in this party, because we have two, like, gnome-fearing individuals.
No. As far as I know, it is a gnome-free party. It is a party for humans, specifically. Although I suppose one of them could have married a gnome or dated a gnome, and maybe they'll be there as well, but to my knowledge, it should be a gnome-free zone.
All right, then I think we can do this, right? Yeah, we can do this.
Wonderful. Shall you gather your people about so I don't have to repeat myself more than once?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. The whole party gets together, and the elf says, "Now,
Actually, I'm still freaking out. These people are some kind of bandits. I'm
you're not hanging out with the party then?
by Desmond.
I'm still afraid
terrified
because the gnomes are still in the bar.
Okay, so before we get to this, then we should resolve a few other things. Glibglob comes back.
Yes.
And then just goes behind the bar and, starts taking drinks and passing them out to people.
What does he give me for food?
What?
Remember I asked him for food before he left?
No. You say give food to Mr. Muscle. So I brought him food.
God.
Oh, no, that treat was for you. And I hand him another treat.
No, you say Mr. Muscle food, so I give him food.
No. I give him another treat. It's for you.
He takes it.
Now
Okay.
get me food.
Blah.
No. That's food for you. Yeah. I wait for him to swallow it. It's like, I want to order some food.
Oh, kitchen food.
Yeah, kitchen food.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. He walks into the kitchen and comes out a little bit later with a couple of eggs and a bag of flour, and just kind of, not like cooked eggs, like eggs still in a shell, and just kind of hands them over to you.
Now I'm as confused.
We
as
make
he
food
is.
from this.
Yes,
Just
I
make
understand
food.
that.
Can I just say that?
I'll just take some pork chops, and I hand the eggs and flour back to him.
This is not pork chop.
I know. I want some pork chops from the kitchen.
Okay.
Some cooked pork chops, some meal, and I point at the menu, but I can't read it. I just know that it's the menu.
He goes into the kitchen and will come out sometime later with pork chops. I think they take a little while to make.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, not Marion, Morgan, Glibglob clearly did not go get the police. He clearly got confused. He was given too many orders, and he fed the police instead of bringing them back to you. What are you gonna do, Morgan? The cops aren't coming. There's murderers everywhere.
He doesn't know that Glibglob fed the police, so he's just still waiting.
I think we better play along. Make sure they don't know. Make sure that they don't know we're onto them.
Yeah, they'll probably if they know that we called the police, maybe they'd kill us, or maybe they're afraid they don't want witnesses. We better act like they're on their side.
Yeah, here let's
Oh
grab.
God, I should have just gone to the reunion.
Let's just grab something to drink.
Yeah. That'll help. That'll help me stay calm.
Yeah.
As Desmond is passing me, Rosie's nearby, I just kind of hold out a gold and I say, "This is for their drinks."
He shrugs, takes it.
Okay.
Can I just say that while this was going on, when Glibglob did that in the background, you have slightly out of frame just Guathia trying not to vomit.
From the exchange of food.
Elegantly trying not to vomit.
Elegantly.
No, the treats actually taste good. They're like some sort of jerky. It's like no. Yeah, does Desmond give us the drinks, or does Glibglob?
Desmond passes out the drinks to you guys since you're at the bar.
Oh, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, if those treats are jerky, maybe Torque should roll an intelligence check to remember something.
Oh, how you didn't like the steak? Oh, I remember that. That's why I ordered pork chops.
Yeah. Well, something else.
Oh, okay. is it 10 or is it 11? I can't remember. And either way, it doesn't matter too much. It's 10. All right, cool. Nope. See, it's all good. It's all good.
So,
I'm too focused on getting the pork chops and like being afraid of the gnomes.
So, Guafia kind of looks at the gnomes. Do you want to deal with this matter tomorrow, maybe? When emotions have calmed down a bit? Also, we might have something to do right now. Unless you,
The law can wait.
unless you don't want to stay in town.
Who are you asking this of?
The gnomes.
Ah, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, we should go talk to the constables immediately. You need to pay for your crime. It's
They
that
did.
time.
You do know that we act in self-defense, so...
Well, you tell it to the judge.
He looks
Oh my
at...
god, their true colors are showing. They're not even rhyming.
Yeah, they're angry. They're super angry. So what are you going to do about this, Gwyneth Paltrow? You're a noble. Aren't you, like, supposed to uphold law and order and everything?
I'm thinking currently. Anybody else want something to do? I can't be the only one who wants to do something.
The elf
Kyla?
is... Oh, go for it, Kyla.
I was saying Kyle specifically doesn't want to do anything.
I just want the gnomes gone. I've had too many interactions with them.
Guafia looks at the gnomes. Well, there is one problem. One of us is missing. We can't do that. Not everybody.
Oh my god. Well, we'll just go to the police then and start telling them our side of the story.
Very well.
They're gonna frame us.
And I gather everybody but Morgan and Talk. Basically just Doreen and Sunken. Alright, it seems we have to deal with this first. He looks at the elf. When do you want an hour late, you said, so
The party needs to be set up immediately. It is a... He looks around. The whole party's gathered for this, except for Kyla, who's actually sitting right next to him and they don't even realize it. Causing all sorts of problems for the party just by, like, not being known that she's there.
Well, I'm listening. I'm listening,
Can
right?
I try to see if I can smell her?
I mean, how
I have
is she
50%
close
chance to.
Why would you try and smell Kyla if you can't see her?
maybe if he catches
Just to know, just to figure out if she's in Shenanigans.
But you can't see her. Why would you go out of your way looking for her if she's obviously not here? Out of
Yeah.
Curiosity.
Well, I would know how Kyla smells. Like, I would smell her passively in a way because I would recognize that smell. Would I not?
Perhaps give me a half strength check to do it passively instead of actively.
Okay.
So it's that 25% chance?
25%. Yes.
All right.
All right. No.
No.
You know what?
No.
Guafia will go over
But I
to
am-
the group.
But I
of
am listening, right? Like I can
Yeah,
hear.
you're totally hearing, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Guafia will go over to the group of elves, the 3 elves that are sitting on table. Gives like greetings in Elvish, of course.
The group of 3 elves way over there?
Yeah. He goes over time. May I ask you something? Have you seen?
Aren't you in the
another-
middle of talking to a bunch of other people right now? I'm confused. This has gotten out of hand. All right, we need to stop and figure out where everyone is. This is what we need to do before we can go forward. So, Kyla's by the bar.
Yeah.
Where is everybody else?
We are kind of in a. I mean, the other 2 are at the bar, right? Anyway.
Yeah, we're also at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole party is at the bar then?
Guafia kind of took Zunken and.
I think
into the
Torque
side.
and Morgan are like right here.
Perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna say everybody's at the bar,
Okay.
and this elf and the Minotaur have come over here, and they were telling you over here about the like whole I need you to set up a party thing. So is Gwyneth Paltrow leaving this conversation, completely ignoring what's going on to go talk to the other elves, or?
No, he says, "Excuse me a moment, but maybe someone else has seen someone from our party. She's kind of missing."
Well, that's not my problem. I have a party that needs to be arranged, and if you can't take the job, I'll find someone else that will.
We'll do it. It's no problem. We can handle this.
Could you tell me where is this party being arranged?
Why, the party's being arranged down at the Elks Lodge.
All right.
It's a very large family reunion. It's a costume party, don't you know? That's right, a costume family reunion. Humans are the weirdest creatures I've ever heard of. Bizarre.
Indeed. Well, I will follow shortly.
Yeah, is there anything like special we have to like decorate for this party or
yes, I have all the decorations and costumes in my wagon.
All right then.
Let us go. Come now.
All right, Morgan. After we decorate, I think that's when we tell the cops of the nefarious folk.
Yeah, that sounds good. But as I'm like munching on the treat you gave, teriyaki.
Yeah.
This is my teriyaki.
Is it?
You come in on Tuesdays.
Oh, I come in every day.
Yeah, we always come in to get the teriyaki on Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, teriyaki Tuesday. Yeah.
I should have recognized the customer.
Okay, it's good stuff. They're good treats.
Yeah, I'm legendary for them.
Yes.
Can't beat Morgan the Butcher for all your jerky and yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate loyal customers.
Oh, I appreciate good treats.
Okay. So the whole party goes off to put together this. No.
No. Guafir goes to the elf lady sitting at the table next to him because it's an elf lady, and he goes over. "Excuse me," in Elvish.
I think that's you, Kyla.
Okay, I was making sure.
He doesn't seem to recognize Kyla, but
I'm just like, yes.
Have you seen another elven lady around? And he gives like a description of Kyla.
I think I've seen her in here before.
Are you kind of awkwardly not trying to look at me? That is the question. How well is this disguise holding up if someone who knows you looks at you?
For a day.
Solid disguise. Yeah. You look at her, doesn't look like Kyla, looks like another elf. She's got a proper disguise on. And maybe if you were like suspicious that she might be Kyla, if you're like, is this Kyla in disguise? Then it might be worth checking, but passively, you're fine.
And elves can passively find trapdoors, but they cannot passively find out if another elf is really the same person.
But I'm also an elf, so it kind of negates.
No, okay.
And Kyla was not like standing out with any standing features, so.
I'm just sitting here having a drink,
Interesting.
Well, thank you.
I say to Torque, this party thing, it's at the Elks Lodge.
Yeah.
My family's having a party at the Elks Lodge too.
That's great.
We could like sneak away, and we should be safe there.
I'll say to the elf guy that's like trying to hire them, since I heard the whole conversation. I'll say to him like, I could help you with that whole decoration thing if you'd like.
Looks over at you. Another exile. Fine. I need all the hands I can get, and I'd rather have it set up by someone closer to a professional than these mongoloids.
Hey, at least I have a +5 reaction adjust, okay?
And that helps you set up decorations how?
I was out of character. Anyways, the point is, yeah, I'll help. Like, are we going yet?
All right. Why don't we take a break, and when we come back from break, we'll set up the party.
Excellent.
So we'll see you guys on the other side of a break. Bye-bye.